Also very important to remember that having money sitting in a bank, I was actually told this by the owner of a bank a few years ago. He said, if you have your money sitting in a bank, you may as well just give it to them. You're getting what, 0.5% interest, depending where you are in the world. Okay, it's going to be up or down slightly. You just invest in an index fund and take, I think it's going to be like 6 or 8%. And then there's other like more innovative financial tools that are available at the moment, like in the DeFi world. Depending, for example, Nexo, you can just hold a USD crypto token and you're going to get 10% or 12% interest per year just for holding something pegged to the US dollar. You can also look at BlockFi. They have like similar services. So just by holding dollars, you can earn 10% interest. So I wouldn't have, the only money I have in a bank account is like my day-to-day spending money, which is like budgeted. So it'll be a couple of $1,000s per month. I'll have an emergency fund as well that's sitting in a bank and the money isn't working for me. The rest of my capital is working for me in one way or another. And I think this is also where people get a little bit scared when we start talking about investing and talking about investing in general. They think that they need to know stocks or they need to do real estate. I do very little with stocks and I do very little on like real estate, perhaps to my detriment. Like perhaps I'm missing out on a big opportunity there, but it's also like the time opportunity that's required for me on real estate. And just for stocks personally, I just feel that there's bigger opportunities in crypto at the moment. Nothing actively against the stock market, but for real estate, like just to have the money like tied up, it takes time to sell the property and so on. It's just not something that I'm actively working on. So you don't need to be an expert in any of these realms to make a return on investment. You can look into Nexo. I strongly suggest you to look into Nexo. Actually, I'll put it in the description below. And just for holding any currency like USD, British pound, euro, you can earn 10 to 12% interest per year, and they're insured up to about, I think it's $375 million. So it's a very, very easy way to earn. If you're not looking for high risk investments, it's a fantastic option. And again, you literally don't even need to look at it. You don't even need to look at stocks. I also remember, and this isn't the exact quote, but Warren Buffett said when he died, he would invest his wealth in the like top 500 companies. And he just like, you don't even need to bother checking stocks, and it will just consistently, over the average span of a number of years, it will generate you like an 8% return on investment. And also the other thing is that by holding your money just in a bank, you're actually losing money just due to inflation. Purely due to inflation, you are losing money. And bearing in mind how much money has been printed over the past 2 years due to the pandemic and everything going on there, we're already seeing reports, in fact, of like rising inflation. I personally think like the people that I know who are more involved in this space, they are fairly certain that it's going to continue to spike up, which makes much more sense to have your capital assigned in even just in assets that combat inflation.